Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Welcome to another PGN Fastcast, guys. Today is June 13th, Sunday. 13 generally being an unlucky number, but I want to tell you what, on this second day of E3, it was far from unlucky. We received a lot of great content. We had 24 Entertainment, Xbox and Bethesda, Square Enix, Warner Brothers. We have PC Gaming Show. We just have so much to fit into one day. Sunday is definitely the bulk of it. I can't cover it all. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I'm a one-man show right now. I kind of cut it down, so I'm going to break down everything, the notable announcements made during the Xbox and Bethesda conference, as well as Square Enix. So a lot to get excited about. There is, of course, Warner Brothers that's going to be coming up later today. This is being recorded prior to that conference. We know what they're going to talk about. Back for Blood. They're going to be talking about their new game, saluting to zombies and multiplayer and PvP and zombie versus zombie, player versus zombie. A lot of interesting stuff there. Worth checking out, and there'll be content uploaded. So, as always, if you like what you're hearing, if you like my sultry voice, hit that like button, hit that follow button, subscribe wherever you're listening, wherever you are hearing this breaking news, these announcements. Please support the channel, support the platform. We always appreciate it. And the last thing I want to say is, one more time, I'm not covering everything that was announced today. There was way too much. It was overwhelming, but in the best way possible. I am touching base on the big stuff, but Pixel Gaming Network on Facebook has posted each trailer as it was announced through each conference today. So if there's something that you feel like I may have missed, or something that you want to check out yourself, like everything Xbox announced, go find us on social media, search Pixel Gaming Network. You'll be able to find all the trailers, announcements, content updates as they were announced today. That being said, I want to jump into this because my mind is going to blow. So first off, it started with 24 Entertainment and Naraka Blade Point, which is going to be coming out August 12th. Global release, at least. Right now it's been in alpha, and then there's going to be a public beta that's coming out. And really, it's a battle royale with Asian elements in it. I mean, I'm talking power-ups, swords, spears, etc. Looked like a very magical game. They highlighted their game, 24 Entertainment did today, and it's a 60-player battle royale. Looks very, very interesting, actually. Different from what we normally see with these shooters and battle royales that we have on the market today, which I think is great, because right now we're just drowning in battle royale content. So something different to freshen it up for us is what we need. It's very exciting and worth a look. And it's something I'm going to be trying, something I'm going to be playing. Like I said, the beta goes live this month, public beta. I'm going to sign myself up for that, and we're going to give it a shot. Maybe we'll have some gameplay on our channel. But that was really the only slice of pie we got prior to jumping into it with Xbox and Bethesda. And I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this partnership, them coming together. I still kind of wish, selfishly, that Bethesda had their own thing. You know, even if they are going to be teaming up with Microsoft and now owned by Microsoft, really, it would have been nice if Bethesda had their own conference, because they're such a great game industry. And I do feel like they get drowned a little bit now that they're just part of Xbox, right? So it's unfortunate, but it didn't hinder a great show for Xbox. If anything, I would say it was overwhelming. We were fed a lot of stuff. A lot of it good, some of it weird, but a lot of it good. So I'm going to go through what I liked, and really just the announcements. This is supposed to be informational, but you might have an opinion or two, because there's plenty to be excited about. They started off surprisingly with Starfield. We all knew it was coming. We all wanted a taste of it, and I don't know if we got a lot. I mean, we got something to wet our fancy a little bit here. We got a clip, and I don't even think it was a gameplay clip, obviously. It was just something in space, and we were told that it was going to be coming out 11/11 of 2022. So we've got a while to go. We know we're going to see a lot more from this game. It's just Bethesda knew they had to show us something for Starfield. So that's what they gave us, and it is going to be an Xbox exclusive, which is unfortunate. We've had whispers of that going into E3 that Starfield was going to be an Xbox exclusive, and I disagree. I wish Sony and PlayStation was going to get a taste of Starfield. And again, this is a non-biased opinion. I have both consoles, so I'm just saying I think it hinders a little bit, but that's a different day, different story. Also, Sea of Thieves, popular open world pirate game that has been out for a few years now, and it has grown. I want to say when this game first came out, I had zero interest in it, and Sea of Thieves has continuously updated, added new content, new expeditions and exploration, and just deeper sense of adventure into their game, which makes you just want to keep going back and finding more treasure and becoming more powerful and rich on the seas. And they are now adding a Pirate's Life, which is an integration with Disney, really, and Pirates of the Caribbean, with Jack Sparrow being added as a NPC, guiding you through a new story and new content as well. And that is an update that's coming out for free, okay, which is pretty cool, which is great news. And it's be coming out, I believe they said in July, so stay tuned for that. Battlefield 2042, as we had previously explained, was going to happen in our fast cast leading up to E3. Battlefield 2042, we got a gameplay demo, a show of what the actual game looks like. It looks great. The visuals for a lot of these games during the Xbox showcase, and I will circle back around to this comment, blew me out of the water. Battlefield 2042 is a perfect example of what a game should look like on a next-gen console. It looked great. New Battlefield game, plenty to get excited about there. Go check it out. Fallout 76, Bethesda came out to talk to us a little bit about that. It looks like Steel Rain will be the next content drop we get for Fallout 76. That's going to be coming July 7th of this year. Brotherhood of Steel, it looks like there is some sort of conflict within, and it almost gave the appearance that we get to make a decision of which side to be on. And you know, it's nice. If you think of where Fallout 76 was when it first came out, and the, I would say, criticism that it received, myself included giving that criticism, of no NPCs and just feeling alone. And I understand the feel they were going for, but it just did not hit right with everybody. And the updates that it's received over the few years that it's been out now, it's really made the game flourish more, and more people playing now than when the game first came out, I feel. And these updates like this and the trailer that they dropped today made it look promising. And then we even got a little taste for the future where they said expeditions of the pit rather. So more stuff to come. Looks really interesting. And then of course they quickly touched upon ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, how it's going to be revitalized and it's ready for next-gen systems, an update with that. So we're going to be running at high frame rates, better visuals on next-gen. Halo Infinite was shown, and I'm going to probably have an unpopular opinion of this. I was a little disappointed. The multiplayer part that they showed, which by the way is going to be free to play, it's going to be launching alongside Halo Infinite when it drops holiday of this year. Reason to get excited for that, at least. I did say it was going to drop holiday this year. That was my prediction. I was right about that, so chalk one up to the good guys. But that being said, they did show the multiplayer, which looked awesome. We didn't get a lot of campaign stuff, right? We saw the Master Chief and looking for Cortana and wondering if she'd been deleted, and a little bit of confusion in my mind there, but I think they needed to at least redeem ourselves, saying, "Hey, like we worked on the story, and this is where we came, and it looks better, and you should be happier now." Like I said, the multiplayer looked great. That left me scratching my head a little bit. So, but we're gonna get some good stuff from Halo going forward. You know, there's gonna be more information surrounding it, stuff around the campaign over the next few months as we get closer to the holiday season. A surprise to me was actually, and maybe it was announced sooner and it slipped under the radar, was Diablo 2 Resurrected, the new remastered version of Diablo 2, which they dropped for PC, is going to be coming to Xbox. So We get to experience Diablo 2 in all of its glory and demons and guts and gore and really just fun on the Xbox console. So we have to look forward to that. Obsidian Grounded. Now, this is a game similar to Minecraft. A lot of people are making that comparison where you are building, you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, or actually smaller rather, living in a backyard, you're harvesting materials, you're building, you're trying to survive. They are dropping a new update, Shroom and Doom, integration of sitting. I know that sounds weird, but apparently they emphasize that. And looked like there was some castle building, new building mechanics, master boss, spider thing. It looked awesome. It looked great. It was a fun game. I played it when it first dropped. I wanted more, and it sounds like they're adding more. So kudos to that. Among Us was also shown. I criticized Among Us the other day. I criticized them for not capitalizing on their success over the last year during the pandemic and the amount of explosion that they had out in the world, in the social world, on Twitch and Facebook and just Discord, people making an Among Us lobbies and friends and groups of people really connecting when they couldn't stay connected. I wanted them to capitalize on that excitement and the boost that they got in that moment. And at Game Fest, they didn't really do that, Summer Game Fest. But now I feel like they did. They made a little bit of a move here. They're coming to console, okay? Among Us is coming to Xbox. I would have to assume PlayStation as well, but we saw it announced for Xbox. And we're going to be able to have 15-player lobbies. That's awesome. That's great. That's a lot more. They said with 3 imposters. That's going to be crazy action. A lot of fun. So they are growing. And, maybe my criticism the other day was unjust. But I'd like to see more from Among Us, and I think this was great. Outer Worlds 2 was announced. That's all we can really say. We saw zero gameplay. They really made a funny trailer about just picking fun, I feel like, at other game trailers. Go look at it yourself, generate your own opinions. All they said was they have the title, so they have nothing to show us. And that's enough for me. The Outer Worlds was a great game, the first game, and even all of its extra DLC and content that came out was quite enjoyable. So this is going to be a great experience. I can only imagine what the second game is going to bring us and where it's going to bring us. Okay, the last two I want to really rein in on, and I want to tell you that on a personal level, I'm not a racing fan. Okay, I don't do racing games. I'm not a big fan of them. Back in the day, I used to play some Need for Speed on GameCube, and I enjoyed that. That was enjoyable for me. But since then, the racing game world has gotten too complicated for me. There's just too much. I get frustrated. Somebody bumps me into a wall. I spin out of control. I'm in last place, and I'm just frustrated and rage quit. That being said, I can still appreciate a good-looking racing game and, honestly, sexy-looking cars, okay? Forza Horizon 5 was announced, and it's going to be coming this year, November 9th of this year, taking place in Mexico. And this game looked gorgeous. The trailer, the landscapes, the environment looked real. And then they went into high depth or deep dive really into the creation of this game and how they made it look this way. The photo technology that they used, recording environments for a 24-hour loop to create this. And my mind is blown. Again, I said I was going to circle back to it. This is what a next-gen video game is supposed to look like. We buy these next-gen consoles hoping for great games, and we knew it was going to take a little bit for these good games to come out. And just imagine where we're going to be 2-3 years down the road from now. The games we're going to be having, the beauty of them all. I mean, we saw it, not to digress a little bit here, but we saw it in Avatar yesterday when that was announced. That looked amazing, and I can only imagine what it's going to look like on next-gen consoles. So plenty to get excited about there, and Forza Horizon 5 has set the standard for beauty, and the gameplay itself actually looked quite enjoyable. So definitely a game I'm keeping my eyes on going forward. And to end it out, to wrap it up, Bethesda had a final game announced. So I do say that Xbox did show a lot of confidence in Bethesda and the partnership they created, because they started the show with Bethesda and Starfield. Bethesda came in the middle and then they rounded it out with Bethesda. So kudos to them for that and saying, hey, this is a partnership. We respect the games that you make. We trust the games that you make. And we really want this partnership to flourish. So that's awesome. But that being said, they wrapped it up with Redfall. This is a summer game, summer of 2022, so not till next year. But this game is a vampire hunting, shooting game, RPG game. It looked pretty cool, actually. I like the style, the graphical style they went with. It was a game we weren't expecting, right? It came out of left field. And that's what E3 is about. It's about these surprises and these things you don't see coming. So I was very happy to see it. I think it's going to be a great game. It's, again, an Xbox exclusive, which I expect Microsoft's going to pull a lot of these stunts going forward. And maybe they need it because I know that the PS5 has performed sales-wise better than the Series X. I do think that's also partially because that new Halo did not come out. Halo Infinite did not come out with the Series X. But I think this is Xbox's opportunity to recover. You've got Bethesda. You've got Halo lined up. Big things are coming. Plenty to get excited about as an Xbox owner. But Redfall rounded it out. And all in all, Xbox and Bethesda did great. Definitely better than the conferences that we saw yesterday. Plenty to be happy about, and I enjoyed myself. Was it the conference of the day like I said it was going to be? I'm going to tell you this. No, it was not. Now give me a second here, because as if I couldn't be more excited with the Xbox and Bethesda. Square Enix, their conference surprised the hell out of me. Blew my mind, surprised me, okay? I was very happy. Much shorter, of course, than Xbox and Bethesda. But the content that they brought us and the things that they showed us, I mean, I'm not going to cover them all, like I said, like Babylon's Fall and, Final Fantasy games, mobile games. They touched about a lot. But there are 3 big games that I want to talk about, and they did take the time and detail to show them, and it got me excited. It really gave me that chill on the back of my neck. And the first one being Guardians of the Galaxy, which is coming out October 26th of this year. Now, again, we foreshadowed this at the Fastcast, pre-E3 Fastcast for games that we thought was coming. And that was an easy one. There were whispers of it in the pipeline, and Square Enix said there was going to be a focus on Marvel at their conference. So we knew that wasn't just going to be the Avengers, and we knew that they've been working on this IP. So Guardians of the Galaxy is a single player Marvel game, and it looks enjoyable. You play Peter Quill, and you get to make decisions with your band of misfits around you that affect the game and also the relationships that you have with them. The combat looked very interesting. You kind of have these action wheels that you access with your it looks like your buttons there, and you correspond who you want to do an action, like Gamora or Drax, and then also what ability you want them to utilize. It looks like combat could be very deep and strategic and enjoyable. For a single-player game, this is the direction you need to go in, and I'm very much in agreement with what they did. So, very happy. Unfortunately, a lot of people are hating, and I'm going to call them out right here, with the appearance of the characters, okay? Understand that the Guardians of the Galaxy and any character in a comic book universe, it's very open-minded and opinionated as far as their appearance goes, okay? You can pick up a Superman comic, and he, throughout the years, his appearance, his looks, his outfits have changed, different stages, different stories being told, and things changed based upon that as well. People are upset with how the characters look, right? Peter Quill's got blonde hair and this spiky faux hawk thing going on, and Drax looks nothing like he did in the movies. Yeah, well, he's not going to. This is an artistic's vision of the Guardians of the Galaxy, or an artist's vision of Guardians of the Galaxy with Square Enix, and I very much like it. What I'm happy with is they left the music taste in there, the great classic music, the enjoyable tunes while you play, and the wittiness, the banter back and forth between the characters in the trailer that they showed, as well as they did a deep dive actually playing through a partial mission and really giving us the feel of what this game's going to be like. It was so good. It was amazing. I guarantee we're going to do a live playthrough of this game when it comes out on our channel. So outside of that, of course, Marvel Avengers War for Wakanda was shown. This is where my low is for Square Enix, okay? We knew War for Wakanda was coming, okay? We were excited for that, and we didn't know when, and we still don't know when. So that's my first hiccup there. So we don't know when War for Wakanda is coming. We got a little bit more of the actual character, the Black Panther character. We get to see him and Wakanda and Claw and combat, things like that. But we don't know what they're doing to improve the game. This was their chance to say, hey, we understand there's still plenty of flaws. We're going to fix it. They kind of give us a little bit more of a roadmap, but we don't know what's beyond. We don't know when War for Wakanda is coming and the Black Panther, because, I mean, we're all very excited for that. I can say I'm excited for it, that's for sure. It doesn't fix the problems necessarily, but it's new content, and hopefully it introduces new endgame content for us to enjoy beyond. But there needs to be more, and I really hope there's more, because this game could be in trouble, and that's all I'm going to say with that. Like I said, there was more brought up for Square Enix, so go check it out. But Life is Strange. Life is Strange. A great storytelling series. If you've never played it, please go play it. It's like you're playing a movie, and the decisions that you make, like watering a plant, literally something as simple as that, changes the outcome of a game, of the story, and how people interact with you. It is crazy to think of the development and the steps that go into creating a game that's got this many layers. But anyways, Life is Strange Remastered is being released, so you can go through it and enjoy a remastered, a more visually pleasing experience from the Life is Strange series. That's coming for us. But then they also gave us a little bit more of a clearer view for Life is Strange True Colors, where we play this character who can see and visualize the aura of people's emotions, whether it be anger or sadness, and utilize this information and really listen to their feelings and their thoughts in making decisions throughout the game. And we got to see kind of a little bit of gameplay for that. So plenty to be excited about. Square Enix dropped a bomb. I really thought at the beginning of the day, I said, you don't want to follow up Xbox and Bethesda. And poor Square Enix has to do that. I feel bad for them. They held their own. Their short conference was so much less overwhelming than Xbox's conference, and the information and the few games that they provided us with was more plentiful and more impacting than what we saw with Xbox. You know, Xbox would give us, hey, here's a three minute clip. Oh, it's not coming till 2022. That's it. Oh, here's another 2-minute clip. Oh, it's not coming till holiday. No specific release date. Here, you know, so it's kind of like, it was a lot of information, and you're like trying to choke it down, and you can't swallow that bite before the next bite's getting put in there. So, but it was still good. I'm not being a heavy critic here. I'm just saying Square Enix gave us a balanced diet, right? They were really smooth with what they fed us, and it was easy to digest, and I was very, very happy. And to really round out today, like I said, we've got a few things left, right? We had Square Enix. And then, of course, we got Warner Brothers. We've got the PC gaming show coming up later tonight. I won't be covering those in depth. Warner Brothers, we already know it's going to be their Back for Blood, their zombie game. We're not going to get anything they already said for Suicide Squad, Gotham Knights, Kill the Justice League, Hogwarts Legacy. These are some of the games they're working on. This is just focusing on their Back for Blood. I will show you a trailer. I'm assuming there's going to be a trailer that we would be able to see, kind of peeling back a layer, but other than that, there's not really much to see for Warner Brothers. And then, of course, like I said, the PC gaming show tonight's going to have over 30 game trailers announced, so I'll be keeping an eye on that. I might put some big names, anything exciting that I see from the PC gaming show, up on the Pixel Gaming Network on social media, but other than that, we're going to be kind of loosely following it, and I may circle back around to the PC gaming show later. That's happening later tonight, tomorrow, because tomorrow is day 3 of E3. We have Take-Two Interactive, we have Capcom, a couple of smaller games that are going to be smaller industries and developers rather that are going to be announcing their games. So we'll be covering that in our Fastcast tomorrow, as well as maybe touching base on a few things that happened later today. But that's pretty much it, guys. That is day 2 of E3. It was jam-packed. It was a lot to get excited about. A few surprises, which is why we love E3 weekend so much. And a couple disappointments, of course. But, all in all, happy to have E3 back. Happy to be here with you guys. Happy to be bringing you these trailers on Facebook. Happy to be summarizing this for you in a podcast format, in our Fastcasts. I really appreciate the support. I really appreciate you taking the 20 to 30 minutes out of your time to hopefully listen to this and get the latest updates from E3 weekend. And other than that, of course, subscribe, like, follow, and feel free to comment, as I will be always checking on that, always getting back to you. And stay tuned for more. We still have 2 days of E3 left, and hey, for all we know, the best may be yet to come. Take care, everybody.